Okay, what we're going to do is talk a little bit about washing dishes. Uh, this is kind of one of the most important places in the restaurant. Um, we want to make sure that the dish area is well taken care of. And you also want to make sure that your dishwasher is well taken care of because most people, it's not the most glamorous job in the world, but it's also probably one of the most necessary jobs in the restaurant. And one of the main things is make sure that you're cleaning as you go. Um, and, no one should ever walk into a mountain of dirty dishes. Uh, because people walk in and they see, all these dishes that have to be washed, and it immediately puts them in a bad mood. I know it does me. So you want to make sure cooks, that are bringing things over to the dish area in the morning, make sure that you're running those items through yourselves if your dishwasher is not there in the morning. Make sure that, in the afternoon, if you don't have a dishwasher, you don't let things mound up so when the night guy comes in, he walks into a mess. But in order to do dishes properly, first of all, you really need to set up a template for all of your uh, all of your dishes. So you want to make sure you kind of show the servers how to stack each particular plate. So you kind of set up one of each down there on your dirty dish table so that they know where to stack them. You should have a rinse bucket for your ramekins or Maria dishes or your side dishes. And then we need another soaking tank for your silverware. Make sure that you place your glasses in a upside down rack, and make sure you have the right glass in the right rack. The next thing you want to do is we want to make sure that we rack our plates properly. And as you can see, Paul's got a pegged rack, and we're going to start just racking up our dishes. And it's really important to make sure that you run full racks of dishes. This helps us save some money. It also helps save time. If you only run racks of dishes that are only half full, you have to run more of them. And each time that you run that dishwasher, it costs money. But you want to make sure that you are, removing all the heavily soiled food particles with your spray nozzle. Want to give them a good spray down with the spray nozzle and, get all that loose food off of there so it doesn't mound up in the dishwasher. And what we like to do is make sure that we're changing the water on our dishwasher every 2 hours so we keep a nice clean water in the dish machine. Now that we've got them properly racked up, we're just going to push them into the dishwasher and we'll let it run a full cycle. Looking at your wash temp is also a must The dishwashing cycle should always heat to 160 degrees or above. The rinse cycle, water should be at 180 degrees or above. And this we achieve by a booster heater. Now the booster heater will take that 130 to 140 degree water and boost it up to 180 degrees. Now when the racks come out of the dishwasher, you want to let them sit for a few minutes. Because they are coming out at 180 degrees, they are so hot that the water will evaporate on the dishes and they will actually sit there and dry. So when they're dry is when you are allowed to stack them. Another thing that the health department is looking at very hardly here with these new laws is wet nesting. And what wet nesting means is that you're taking wet items that are coming out of the dishwasher and stacking them together. In other words, stacking two items together that are wet and have not dried. So you really have to let them dry before you start stacking any items. This goes for plates, it goes for measuring cups, it goes for bowls, it goes for any utensils or Lexans. You want to make sure that all of your items are dry before you stack them together. Like I said, you want to make sure that your dishwashing water is changed out every 2 hours. And when you're doing this, you also want to make sure you are cleaning your dish machine. Make sure that you have all of the racks that you need at your disposal. And really, it's about that simple. But one of the most important things is keeping as much food out of the dish machine as possible. That will help keep your dishes a lot cleaner.